Representative Torbett says the bill comes in response to riots that happened in Charlotte, but its broad implications could also have an effect on Moral Monday protests.
And I'm here at Planet Fitness, which has seen a literal increase in activity just in time for the new year.
A lot of people are going to look at you and see that you have a record and wonder, why does it even matter? Even if he had a failed trial, he probably would have been convicted. I mean, I know you don't believe that.
The reason people should care about that is in this country, we are innocent in our system of justice. We're innocent until proven guilty.
I'm Sara Awad with East Wake TV, and I'm here with Robert Hobdy, who started this whole tradition on the Planners Walk Greenway. Right now it has 1 million lights. It's hard to see right now because it's raining. And whether you love or hate this round building, it will be saying its sweet goodbyes this summer. Now, instead of lottery profits going to classrooms like this one, they'll be given to janitors, bus drivers, and other non-instructional staff. It began with a whiteboard, an open invitation for students to talk about suicide, and led to this Emmy. Each year, NC State's Counseling Center asks students to share their stories regarding suicide. But finding students to talk always proves challenging.
Suicide is this kind of taboo thing that we don't talk about in our culture. And we wanted to make the speakable, we wanted to make the unspeakable speakable, and find a way to give voice to this thing that is the second leading cause of death on college campuses throughout the nation.
But this time, students like Claudia McDonald came forward.
I stopped and I looked back and I said to myself, you know, I have a story. Something happened to me, and I looked around and there wasn't a lot of people, and I kind of came up and I asked them, you know, what's this about? And they gave me the gist of, you know, just give us, like, you know, your story, a statement, give us something positive or write something. And I did.
Those conversations drove the Counseling Center and production company Story Driven to create this video, which documents 3 students' battles with suicide. That video received an Emmy late last year, with talks now in the works for making a second video.
The Emmy is great, but what the Emmy does is greater. Like, we want people to be able to see this video so that way the video can do what it is designed to do, which is move people out of a space of despair into a space of hope.
By taking that step forward, it was me asserting that I was okay with what happened and I was moving on with it. And I was okay for other people to know and for it to hopefully help people. So I think that was just the decision I had to make.
A decision that made something hard to talk about a little easier. In Raleigh, I'm Sara Awad reporting. Peaceful protests like these are in jeopardy.
You know, there's a real difference between vandalizing a business and protesting in front of a business, and fundamentally the Constitution protects our right.
A new bill introduced by House Republicans would make protesting a felony if it disrupts businesses. Sponsors of the bill, like Representative John Torbett, call it a crime of economic terrorism if protesters commit a criminal offense, cause intimidation, and a loss of at least $1,000 in economic damage to businesses.
Representative Torbett says the bill comes in response to riots that happened in Charlotte, but its broad implications could also have an effect on Moral Monday protests.
So one of the concerning pieces of the bill is it has this language about intimidation, and so we have a real question and haven't yet sussed out what does that mean in practice. What is intimidation?
On your people this day.
For example, trespassing, the expense of extra police on patrol, and the desire to intimidate lawmakers could all add up to a felony under economic terrorism should the bill pass.
So what you're saying is, would it affect Moral Monday? I don't know. If it does and it's peaceful, we're not after peaceful, we're after illegal.
But the ACLU questions the bill's constitutionality, saying existing laws already protect businesses from trespassers and vandalism. But Torbett says the law would elevate the punishment to a much higher criminal offense.
It's Charlotte of late. People in hotels seeing folks assembling outside the hotel and trash set on fire in the street and that type of thing, and then to try to put myself in a person's shoes in that hotel wondering is my life in peril.
At least 8 other states are considering similar bills, though they have yet to become law. In Raleigh, I'm Sara Awad reporting.
We still feel our hearts squeezed whenever we see one of their videos.
Though the grief remains for the families of Dia Barakat, Rizan, and Yusra Abu Salha, the announcement of an NC State scholarship in their honor allows them to see a blessing in the tragedy. The Hour 3 winners' scholarship will not only provide financial support, but will continue their legacy and embrace diversity.
Each was not only an outstanding student, and they were, but each individually lived their lives dedicated to making the world a better place.
3 colleges within NC State will receive support from the scholarship. For Dia, leadership. For Yusr, service. And for Rizan, creativity.
They choose their category about leadership and all those categories, but there is higher level category that cannot be measured, and that's what they stand for.
Dia's sister said education meant everything to their family.
And there's a reason why my dad is crying today, and it's because to realize that out of this horrendous tragedy, that these incredible scholarships that will continue to provide education for so many people for so much time to come, you have made his dream come true.
The Chancellor says the endowment will start at $60,000, and he hopes it will make an impact on students within the coming year. In Raleigh, Sara Awad, WNCN News.